Okay, today I'm going to take some time to introduce you to a new horse I'm training. The horse I'm being asked to help the horse learn how to go through water. Several people have tried to have the horse go through like creeks and streams and such, but he has no desire to do that. So they finally, after many months, have decided to let me give it a go. And the horse is named Blanco, and he's a paint horse. And right now we're looking at this big, huge mound of manure. And I don't know if you can really tell how big it is, but it's pretty big. It's probably about, I don't know, 3 feet high. And so the reason I'm showing you this pile is because when I first came to see the horse, they had many piles that were probably about, I don't know, 2 to 3 inches deep, all around their living area. And what I've done the last 3 days is to clean up after the horse. So I'll pan around here and show you the areas. So I've moved the piles all the way down away from the horses so they feel more comfortable. Here's an area that was full, and now you can see it's fairly flat. A couple of manure droppings there. And then right here was full of manure. And those are the 2 horses. There's Blanco. And where they're standing was also full of manure. I'll cut a pan up. They live right on a huge, pretty busy intersection, so I'm not going to talk much when I go up there because you won't be able to hear me. But that's another area. And then right in this area right here was full of manure. And what happens is in the wintertime here, you get a lot of snow, so it's hard to move the manure through the deep snow. So to make it more convenient, they put piles here and there. But if you don't clean it up in the spring, in the summer, eventually all the flies, even though it's old manure, will just torment the horses. And that's what happened when I first walked in here. They are flicking their tails right now, but they're not as bad at all. They'll always have flies in the summertime, but you can see their feet are on the ground for many seconds. Before, they barely could get a foot on the ground before they were trying to knock the flies off. So there's a whole, and I'm going to walk up and show you one last pile here before I talk some more. The horses have found the camera, so they're a little concerned. That's Blanco. He's a beautiful paint. It's got a Carmelo color. Not your typical color paint. Okay. No, maybe before I do that, what I'll say is the reason behind it is that the horse will not go through water, and you may be wondering what horses not wanting to go through water and picking up manure have in common. Well, my theory is that the horses know 2 things. They know comfort and they know discomfort. And discomfort can come in many ways. And like humans, if they're uncomfortable, it starts to affect their emotional comfort as well. So if they're physically uncomfortable, for example, all these flies, then they are uncomfortable. They eventually gets into their mind. So what I'm trying to do is to let these horses know that I'm taking care of them. I'm taking care of their comforts, their physical comforts in this case. That water trough over there also was pretty filthy. The water itself was clean, but it had a lot of old algae at the bottom, and I scrubbed that out and gave them nice fresh water in there yesterday. And also too, the owners know about this. This is the area I come in and clean up after their horses. And I also give them a little food, because that also lets them know, that I'm trying to convince them that I'm a good leader for them on that level. Take care of their water needs, their food needs, and their physical comfort needs with regards to the fly situation. So let's go up here and see how they do with this camera, because I'd like to document Blanco's experiences with the water crossings. Right there where those couple piles are also too, so it was very close. There was a big huge pile of manure right next to their eating area, and that's all been flat cleaned up. And then this one last area I wanted to show you how deep the manure really got. I left this one corner inside their shelter here, so that maybe you could get an idea. Now the horse owners are new horse owners. They've known horses there when they were young kids, but they've never really taken care of their horses like in this manner. Maybe they never did it when they were younger. But this is all about good animal husbandry and keeping your animals in good health, emotionally and physically. So this shelter was pretty filled, but I cleaned out a whole lot of it. The pile went all the way to the edge there. It's hard to do it because it's shadowy in there. And this is the other side of the shelter that I cleaned up. And as you can see, it came out to the edge too. I haven't cleaned up this morning yet. And there's the rest of in this corner there. Alright, so you got the good idea of what that's about. Pretty horse. Very smart too. Even the Mexican fellas that are vaqueros, they couldn't get him to go into the water, and they wear 2-3 inch spurs. So you just slowly try to convince him, Blanco, that it's going to be okay to cross water. We'll take care of him. They have a really nice living area though. I'm going to go over this rope here. They've got nice shade trees, and they've got this nice big huge pasture. So all this right here I've cleaned up. It's pretty thick with manure. So this pasture is adjacent to the larger pasture where Callahan stays. And there's the busy street, the other street that is on the other side of the property. Their nice back part of their shelter that has some couple of nice trees here for shade. So now they can enjoy their area better without being tormented by all the flies. All right, I think that's it. Have a good one. Peace out.